Since it's been so nice out lately, um, I've been doing what I used to do during the summers, which is take trips to the library. It's a nice short walk from where I live, so I usually let my kid pick out books for him to read because I never really had time to read for myself. Lately, I've been making sure that I have the time to read, so I've been getting the Skulduggery Pleasant books. So far, it's a 14-book series. I am on book 4. It is by Derek Landy. They didn't have the 4th book when I went last, so I took out the first Confessor, which is part of the Legend of the Seeker series that the TV series is based off of. I have watched the whole TV series, and if you are a fan of fantasy adventure, I do recommend that you watch it. So the Skulduggery series is about a skeleton detective. It is a young adult book, so you'll find that in the junior section of your bookstore or your libraries. It is a fantasy action series. It has magic in it. It's got necromancers in it. Main character, which is Skulduggery, he takes on an apprentice who is, I believe, 11 when the series starts. I think she was turning 14 when I left off. I could be wrong. The first book in the series is just Skulduggery Pleasant. If you want to go and check the books out, let me know what you think about them if you do end up reading them, as well as The Legend of the Seeker if you end up watching it, or if you've read the books. So hopefully the next time I go back to the library, they will have the next Skulduggery books, but I'm not really sure because the library didn't have them at all, and they checked and none of the other libraries have them, so I might have to wait and actually buy the series, which honestly, I like them that much, so I really don't care if I have to buy them. They have very interesting names in them. The second book, I wasn't too fond of the villains' names in that, but that's just my opinion. You might feel differently about that. And this guy, he does know how to write. I like how he describes things. I like the action sequences in it. And so for the first Confessor, I've just finished chapter 2. Not really sure how I feel about it yet, because just getting into it. But it's about Magda. I don't really know anything about her except that she was married to a very well-known wizard and that he died. And she's not sure why he died. They know how he died. I don't want to give anything away. I don't like giving out any details unless you can find it on the back of the book, and even then I'm a little like, So I don't think anyone really goes to the libraries anymore either. They seem to have, been closing and shrinking, and I miss them, honestly. When I was a kid, I loved going to the libraries. I loved sitting there. My mom used to let me bring home as many books as I could carry, so that's exactly what I would do. I would go and I would look for so many books, and I would bring them all home. So go find the books, support your local libraries. Make sure that they're not a dying breed. They're good to have around. It's a good thing to do, especially if you don't have money to go and buy books. And don't forget that you can also rent DVDs from them. And with my library, I don't know if that's a new thing for a lot of libraries, but they just put board games up, so we can now rent out board games. I'm not sure for how many days. So, till next time.